Hi guys, today as promised I'm gonna finish update on my succulent collection. This is third video showing all of my collection at the end of the summer 2022 and now in fall. It's November and I actually have a few plants outside that I wanted to quickly show you before we go to the garage and I show you garage setup and Echeverias. So here on the deck where I had all my Echeverias and some of my Euphorbias and Chrysulas, I still have some of my Agaves. So if you didn't know, Agaves can tolerate below freezing temperatures just fine as long as they stay dry. So I'm hoping, since we have a cover here, that they're not gonna get, covered by snow. We will see. I may need to move them to garage eventually, but they seem to be happy, especially this Agave Americano Brigata that grew quite a bit of new leaves in the last month. This one seemed to have a little bit of some kind of spots. I don't know what it is, but the new growth is pretty clean. So I don't know if it's just damage from wind and weather, because we did have some very strong winds. So anyway, let's go inside. I also realized that when I was showing you my cacti collection, I forgot cacti that I have here in the laundry room. So I'm just gonna show you what I have really quick. So if you watch my videos from Serbia, I took two cuttings and I actually brought them with me, and they were kind of leaning until recently. They straightened up and I think that they're firmly rooted now. So I'm really excited to add that to my collection. I did propagate this summer Mexican post cactus just because I didn't like damage that it had on the bottom. So I chopped it off and propagated the top. I have to watch it. I think it's getting a little bit of mealybugs here. So this window is facing east-south. So it's a really great amount of sunlight. But what a beautiful three colors outside. But I don't think the temperature is as cool as what they need. In the basement I think it's better, but I couldn't fit everybody there. So I have a peanut cactus, Pyrocereus, the Echinobia rainbow burst cactus, and then I have two of my totem cactuses that I brought from Arizona. If you watch my videos in the past, I got these two cuttings as a gift and I rooted them successfully. And then as you can notice, this one is smaller, half the size. Why? Because when I rooted this one, I dropped it from a high shelf and it broke. And I didn't like aesthetically how it looks. You can see actually breakage all the way in the bottom. So I ended up cutting it where it broke, and that little piece, this was actually new growth this summer. The little piece I rooted, and that's this cactus, and the leftover piece, the bottom of that cactus, I didn't want to throw away because it's kind of rare, so I took it to conservatory, and I'm going to show you what happened with that one. So this is Guy's little piece that I left of totem cactus, and it started growing a tiny little totem cactus. Oh my gosh, it's so cute, guys. I don't know if I should place it in a pot or just leave it here. I just want it to have enough water, and nobody step on it because it's still really tiny, but it's just so cute. I also realized that I didn't show you plants that I have in my guest room. I have a few of them here, and actually a few of them are Echeverias. So I'll quickly show you what I have here. I don't know, is this Minima? So it's doing really good. I'm constantly checking them every week, once a week, for pests. Doesn't seem to have any pests, and I give it a little bit water. This is facing east, and it's a cooler room than some other spaces in the house, so hopefully they will have a little bit of rest These are all the plants that were outside. So Gavoides variety, and then I have Purpursorum. These are propagations, and then there is a head from the propagated mother plant. And then I have another, well, this one kind of reminds to that one, but it's different, a little bit different shape of leaves. Yeah, so that one seems to be okay. Here is my beautiful Sedum Morganianum. I'm just hoping it's not gonna start stretching. I'm a little bit worried about that. We'll see. But it had some new growth popping up where I accidentally actually took off the leaves because I dropped something on it and it filled up with new branches. I've been really enjoying this guy this year. I don't even want to touch it. So I just hope it's gonna do well here. This is my Cloatum and my Huernia Lifesaver. And it just keeps blooming. It's been blooming, I mean, for the last 2 months. And it's November, middle of November, so I suppose it's not dormant yet. So since it's been blooming, oops, I accidentally just detached this. I'm gonna try to tuck it in. I've been giving it a little bit of water every week. I have some of my tropical plants. I don't know how I feel about the Dansonia. I like it, and I don't have a perfect spot to keep it where it's gonna be a star and have enough space. I got bored with the pole, so I freed it from the pole, but now I don't like it wild hanging. I don't know what I'm gonna do. This is Ceases that I have here. I was actually selling this one, but it didn't sell, so I thought it's still cute and I'm gonna keep it. My mini monstera lost half the leaves while I was in Serbia. So look at this bare stem. I suppose during that almost 3 weeks my husband didn't water it properly and it really didn't like that. So yeah, and then I have here, I think is this Harry Butterfield sedum or something. So I will have to check this one for stretching and pests. I mean, that one has been doing so well this year outside. I don't know if it's gonna have enough light here, but I have learned about sedums. They do not like to be under lights and being like so dried up and hot. That does not work for them. I think that they do better on a natural light. So here we are finally in the garage, guys. So this is what I wanted to show you. It doesn't look completely finished right now because we didn't stain it or painted it, but this is what Jeff built for me. It's like a planting station. I have a lot of space, shelves for pots and soil. I even have like a little garbage bucket. He made a hole on my planting surface so I can just like dump the trash there. Sometimes when I have just soil, like in this case, I can just, if I want to reuse the soil, I can just pick it up like this. So guys, another feature that Jeff made on this planting station is this drawer, so I can easily take the trash out. And it's also awesome that the whole planting station is on the wheels, so I can actually pull it out, move it around if I need to. Really love it, and I'm not making as much mess in the garage. The other thing that Jeff did in the garage, he built shelves for me. So first time this year I am trying to keep Echeverias on the very low temperatures here in the garage. I'm gonna have to watch so they don't freeze. But our garage is really tall. I think in meters it's 4.5 to 5 meters. That's about 14 feet. So we have really big windows here, as you can see, and they're facing east. So let me show you close up what I have on the shelves here. That's half of my Echeverias and Grapto varieties, and then I'm gonna show you rest of them that are in the conservatory. On the top shelf of the first window, I have this beautiful Echeveria of red ives. This Echeveria I propagated and it had 3 rosettes, but they were attacked by pests. I think I didn't even notice last few weeks so I just sprayed it with alcohol. It's such a beautiful color, so I hope it recovers. There is another sedum here that's been blooming, different one than the other ones that I just showed you. This is Morocco. Looks a little pale here in the center. I don't know if I should be worried if it's the light or the pests, so I'll just have to watch it. I have a little leaf propagation of red ives. So then I have this cute, is this a sedum or a greptosedum? I don't know. But it has such a beautiful colors and it's kind of miniature compared to some other ones like Firestorm or, yeah. And then I have this struggling Echeveria, I think it's called Golden Glow. Didn't like during the summer, didn't grow very much, didn't like at the conservatory last winter. Anyway, it does have some growth coming. We'll see how it's gonna like here. This is its last chance. If nothing works, then I don't know, I'm not gonna keep it. I think this is Echeveria, is called Brown or something. Seems to be healthy so far. Then on the second shelf, I have, I think Echeveria White Prince. I have my Huernia schneideriana here. I don't know if it's gonna like to stay here. I might need to put it inside because it may get too cold. Stapelius and Huernias do not like to go into 30s and 40s. This is another sedum that I propagated at the end of the summer and it rooted. This is my Black Prince. I had so many rosettes in one pot of the same size that I split it actually in half. And I sold some of them because they grew so much during the summertime. And then on the last shelf, I have this one here that I don't know, it hasn't been really happy outside and it hasn't been happy here inside. It doesn't look terrible, but it's not, it did have some pests, so I had to chop off the top. Here is my Vera Higgins, having beautiful color. It did have a little bit of distortion of the leaves on the tips because of the pests at this time of the year, so I had to spray it. These are just babies that I propagated from its leaves. How cute they are. Here's my pink granite sedum. Then I have Echeveria chroma that has these beautiful blooms preparing to open. Then I have some propagations, leaf propagations of Greptopetalum superbum pentandrum. And then I think this is called Amatorum Greptoveria or Greptopetalum amatorum. So yeah, so that's one window. So let's go to the other side. So here on the top shelf, I have a few agaves. Then I have my rooted and established sticks on fire, Euphorbia teocalli. And then I have, I forgot, my goodness, I can't remember this one. I know this one is lime and chili. I have another one that's really cute that I'm going to show you in a minute. Then I have a Tatsi petalum. Let's see if it has any pests. This one does seem a little paler, probably because it was turned opposite from the window, so I'm just gonna have to rotate these guys to get light. This one seems to be doing just fine. This is Lilatina. And then here, I think this is Onslow, my propagation of Korean import. Second shelf, I have Lola, then I have, I swapped this with Amanda. I kept losing these neon breakers. I can never keep them alive. They always get so sensitive to pests. And then I have this Echeveria, I don't know if it's Polidones. Then there is Imbricata. So beautiful. And I think this is this summer? Anyway, these guys, I noticed these plants here seem to be happy. They were for a few weeks inside, unlike the trays that were outside until a few days ago. So they seem to be accepting this place here and being okay with it. So there's another agave. I need to take this inside because it's going to be really cold this weekend. But I left it outside because I needed to treat it because it had mealybugs. This is my Casula springtime. It's full of blooms, and when they start blooming pink, looks so pretty. So anyway, I need to take care of this one. So sensitive to cold, sensitive to humidity, sensitive to overwatering, to pests. I like it, but it's very fussy Casula. Then Dusty Rose swap from Amanda, even though I have my own in the conservatory. These are my successfully rooted propagations of Casula string of buttons that I am selling. Then I have Echeveria rainbow here. That's a propagation. I have to show you this. It's so cute. This is lemon chili and it had pests, so I plucked the inside leaves in the middle, and then it started to just it grew 5 rosettes, and everything is like so blended together. It looks so cool, and because it was outside, it got red on the tips from cold weather. It's adorable. So this is the same one as the one here, but you see this one is not as stressed. So really cute looking. Then I have my propagation of Da Vinci Code. I think if you watch my past videos, they were little babies. Now they're bigger. And then I have a hybrid of the raindrops and some other Echeveria. Beautiful colors. And here we come to the trays here. I had here a lot of stuff that I was selling, so we actually had a little local sale somewhere, and I did sell some of the stuff, but some of them are left over, like these Tatsipetalums. Everybody's really healthy actually in these trays. I noticed that those that I kept outside really enjoyed it. I mean, they are pest-free compared to the ones that are in the conservatory, which I'm going to show you. The crazy thing, I took the best-looking ones to the conservatory, and they actually got pests, and the ones that I left at home are doing good. So there's some ghosty, and I forgot what's the name of this one. Then there is a Purple Delight, a beautiful big Echeveria. I still have these for sale if you're interested. And some of them even are growing babies, like this one underneath. I think that's Imbricata or Atlantis and Peach. Then there is some more Echeverias here. I propagated this by chopping, and this is the head that looks established, and it's growing new leaves, and these babies are starting to get bigger. I had to propagate this one because it had pests at some point, but it's very slow grower. I don't know, maybe I needed to remove more leaves. Topsy-turvy. I'm thinking about propagating this one and just chopping it. I haven't decided yet. This is, I think, also Neon Breaker or something. I don't know. It had pests. I had to treat it, and it's recovered. I think this is Latina. This is Debbie propagation, and then I have another propagation. I think this was called Cryptoveria Bella. I bought it, and this is the mother plant. Oops. I just recently cut it, actually. So it was here, guys. So it hasn't rooted yet, actually. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna have to take that one inside to get a little more warmth. I'm in conservatory, so I'm gonna show you plants that I have here. So this is my Darly Sunshine that I actually never took outside this year. I think it has pests. It has been a little bit distorted here in the last month or so. So I might need to take care of that. This one I just brought here because it just hasn't been growing. It's just so shrinked. I don't know if it's ebony or which one it is, Agave Echeveria. So we'll see if it's gonna anything change. Echeveria Rainbow that got actually mealybugs here at the conservatory. So we had a lot of mealybugs infestation end of summer here. This is my Decora, variegated Decora. I wanted to propagate some of these tips. We'll see. And then I have here, I think it's called Mediba Echeveria. It's a little bit more rare. I noticed online it can be so expensive. So I propagated it, and here I have some babies growing. So we'll see how fast they will grow. By the way, guys, this is cactus that I donated a few years ago because it had a little bit of damage and I wanted it to recover here. And then it had all this growth here in the conservatory. And look at all the babies. I think that's Mammillaria as well. Very cute looking. Beautiful Magnifica. I chopped it just before end of summer and it rooted. Looks actually really likes here at the conservatory. This is actually not mine anymore. That is donation that I gave to conservatory. It's one of those curly Echeverias. I will show you mine. So this one stayed during the summer here. It's a little bit struggling with pests. Here is propagations of variegated Korean import. I think it's called Anakoisi. Are progressing. They're still very little, as you can see, but they're getting more formed. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that are bigger, and then there is few little ones. So very exciting. There is, I think it's Crypto something. It was an imported plant. Then I have propagation of my Echeveria raindrops here. This is Echeveria summer. Atoll Echeveria. And then this one here, I don't know how it's exactly called. But look at the blooms currently. It's, I think, Autumn Flame. Just beautiful. This one completely recovered. It had a really bad white mold last year, about this time of the year, and it's looking really good. Ghosty plants. It did have a rotten part that I removed. I'm cleaning the debris. All right, then Pentandrum. And then the Magnifica that I chopped. So you saw the propagated tip, and this is all the new growth that grew, guys. These little ones here. There is 1, 2, 3. I think there is like 4 new rosettes coming up here. I just tucked in another import here because it wasn't doing well on its own. Let's see what else I have here. Well, this is Echeveria Debbie, but I already have Echeveria Debbie, so I really don't need this one. I think I was trying to sell it and it didn't sell. So maybe I'm going to permanently leave this one at the conservatory. All right, this one really needs to be propagated. I really need to take care of that. Here's my jewels. Back to the conservatory to spend the winter. Pearl on Nürnberg that just a few days ago I had to spray. This one, I think I'm going to have to throw away. Doesn't look very good. Look at my beautiful pink moonstones. Oh, gives me so much joy looking at these little chubbies. So cute. I was thinking about propagating all of these tips because they're still actively growing. Here is my other Superbum Pentandrum. This actually rooted and it has like a little branch growing. This is the cutting that I brought from Serbia and another cutting from another kind. And I put them all together in a pot. Oh, guys, this one is doing so well. It loved and grew so much during the summertime. And I brought it to conservatory and look at how the tips got distorted. It got pests right away, aphids and mealybugs. And I sprayed it with the hope that it's going to outgrow some of these deformed leaves. Very annoying. Here is, I think these are blue moonstones that I chopped before summer was over. I think that they rooted. Yeah, yeah, they finally rooted. Then I have raindrops, Echeveria's here, my dusty rose Echeveria. And I recently brought my moon glow with the hope it's gonna like better here because I don't think it was happy under lights. I think that's it. And then I have some on inside of the desert dome, which I can show you. The reason why I placed them there is sometimes people come here and they start rubbing each leaf and taking off farina. I don't think people do it to be mean. I think people think it's fun and it's not harming the plant. So we had like some of the damaged leaves and I didn't want some of these variegated precious plants that I have touched. So, but the bad side of putting them over there is that there was a little bit less airflow and more mealybugs on the bottom here. So I had to spray them a few times. So I have here cubic frost. I think this one is called elegance, ghosty. Here is my beheaded anacoisi that's rooted, Da Vinci code, subsalis variegated, and I think it has some mealybugs here. Pinky trumpet, my curly one that's blooming so much. And then I also have on this side here, just a few. Pearl One Nürnberg, my Debbie with some babies underneath that I beheaded before end of summer. So I placed them here close to the pink stones to kind of look pretty. I had actually like a little ribbon of my succulents here, but they started getting so infested down here that I had to move them to windowsill. So I think that's it for my pots here in the desert dome.